Disclaimer, this is a very long guide and I really do hope you watch it all the way through. Rocket League is a game that you have to put hundreds of hours into to really kind of get the grasp of it. So if you can't or don't want a game that you can just pick up easily, understand, and put down, this Rocket League is not the game for you. Rocket League is a very deep game. It's very unique. There's no other game like it. But if you're not ready to sink a lot of time into a game, then Rocket League is just not the game for you, and I would recommend just clicking off this video. I mean, try Rocket League if you want to. Like, it's free, but I'm just saying you might not like it if you can't sink a lot of hours into it. But do recommend you watch this guide all the way through because everything in here is helpful. I'm also making a part 2, releasing it next week, so go look out for that. But with that being said, let's get right into the video. Welcome to Rocket League, a game that is truly unique in the way that it is played, it is recorded, it's the most there you will never find another game quite like Rocket League. So today I will show you guys all the little tips and tricks I have for all of the new players who probably just got this game. They were on their Epic Games launcher, about to launch Fortnite. If people, I don't know if do people still play that game. I'm not sure. They were about to looking on their Epic Games launcher, about to launch probably GTA 5, probably Fortnite. You're like, oh, there's this little game called Rocket League. It's on the front page. It looks new, looks cool. I might check it out. Here you are. You installed it, went through the tutorial, you got it. Now what do? Well, maybe you didn't even install Rocket League yet. Maybe you're on the fence about installing it. Maybe you're on the fence about getting into this game. Well, if you are on the fence, I completely recommend installing it anyway, considering it's 100% free. You have no risk at all whatsoever. Plus, it's also a smaller game, only 11 gigabytes or 12 gigabytes, unlike the 70 gigabyte updates that Call of Duty Modern Warfare has. It's a small game. It's free to download. There's no risk whatsoever in buying this game. You're not buying it, getting it. This was a $20 game. Now it is free. So here are my tips and tricks for new players. Number 1, stay away from online. The last thing you want to do in this game is go into online, maybe encounter somebody who is better than you or is smurfing. Smurfing is when somebody of higher level, such as myself, have basically create an account to play lower level players, such as yourself, probably you guys that are watching this video. And you probably most definitely will, considering this game is free, encounter Smurfs in all of these game modes. Nobody really plays Chaos, but you will definitely encounter Smurfs. And I recommend, honestly, when you first start this game, stay away from this because people can be toxic. You won't learn too much when you play online. And you're better off just going into training, going into free play, I'll get into that more, and going into, say, a custom game and setting it up with a beginner or rookie bot. That's honestly my best tip just when you start this game, is just to get the feel for the game. Go into a custom game with a bot, or my personal way of how I get better at this game, go into training and just see how the game feels. See how the ball moves on your car. See how your car moves around the field. See how fast it can go. All of that. See how the walls work in this game. See that you can kind of just stay on the wall. You can kind of just chill here, you know? Just see how the game works. Get a feel for it, because you're a fresh little baby right out of the womb in this game. Everything that you do, I probably should not be freestyling. Flailing your car around the field like this. Every single thing that you do in this game, you are learning. You are learning whatever you're doing in this game when you're new. No matter what you're doing. And here are my tips. So you enter free play. You're like, okay, I listen to you, Mr. YouTuber man, which you should definitely subscribe to. I will be uploading better content, considering I'm getting a new microphone soon. So be on the lookout for that. But I got into free play. I listened to big, small YouTuber man. What do I do now? Well, what you do is you just honestly don't even get that ball, don't even look at it. It's disgusting. It's ugly, okay? What you want to focus on, in my opinion, some people might tell you differently on what to do first in this game, but I recommend first is just getting a feel for how your car moves and how it handles. And how the turns work in this game. How flipping works. And if you don't know what flipping is, again, you probably should have gone through the tutorial. Flipping is just holding the stick, holding the left stick forward and pressing A at the same time. You have 2 jumps in this game, and on the second jump, if you're holding your stick in any direction, you will flip in that direction. So if you hold it sideways, you'll flip sideways. Hold it backward, flip backward. Sideways, flip sideways, etc., etc. Right? So most people, what they do in this game when they're going down the field, they're just driving forward, not boosting, not flipping at all. They're just driving like this. Now, this is probably the most inefficient, slow possible way to get around the field. And if I recommend anything, it's to just flip. Just keep on double tapping A. Double tap A as fast as you can while holding the analog stick down forward the whole time, and you will become faster. See how much faster I go down the field? Just a comparison. That was me flipping, and this is me just driving forward normally. You become so much faster if you just flip. Just flipping around the field. You become so much more faster in this game if you flip. Another tip I can use is boost. So you can use flipping to get around in this game, or you can use boost. And if you hold down boost, see, you'll become just as fast as if you're flipping, but you'll become faster. Your acceleration goes up because you're boosting. Maybe combine that with it. Maybe you're smart, you know, maybe you're picking up this game fast and you're like, well, I already was flipping, or I was already boosting. Well, good for you. That is, I congratulate you on being big brain enough to adapt to that. But what about if you combine the two? So I flip, and then I boost. See how fast that became there? That was fast, wasn't it? Yeah, it was. The answer is correct. Yes, it definitely was faster than just flipping or just boosting. Another tip I can give there is, you notice that when you do flip enough or you boost enough, there's this little trail behind your car. That is called being supersonic. And that is the fastest possible speed in the game. This is the fastest you will ever be on the ground or in the air. That's as fast as you'll ever go in the game. And with this, when you do have a trail behind your car, it also allows you to do something else, which is whenever you run into people, when you have this trail on your car, they will explode. It's called a demo. You will explode them, and it's a very interesting, fun part of the game. I'd say it's pretty fun to go around and explode people on the field, wouldn't you? I definitely would say it also gets into their heads. It gets them mad at the game, and then you can get their reaction sometimes, and it's pretty funny. And you may also notice that when you're flipping, you notice that Mr. YouTuber Man's camera doesn't move at all when he does this, and the reason why is because my camera shake is off. My camera settings might also be different from yours because I've been playing this game for a while, so I kind of know a lot, but these are camera settings. You definitely do want to mess with these. See how it is in game. Mess with them. Just go in free play. See what kind of mixture you like. If I'm gonna give any tips on camera settings, it would be baseline between 110 and 105 degrees of field, distance anywhere between 250 and 300, height anywhere between 90 and 110, and angle anywhere between 6 and 3, in my opinion. Those are like good. That's a good range of camera settings there. That's what the highest level players. That's the range that the highest level players use, and that's the range that I use. And you know, I'm good. I'm good at this game, right, guys? Yeah. So now back to the ball. The way you score, the way you win the games, by getting this ball into the net and making the goal go boom, and you cool explosion and goal, you win game, right? Well, part of this game as well is pretty much another half of this game really is has to relate to boost and controlling your car. The other half of this game, I'd say, is controlling the ball, getting possession of the ball. This is Rocket League is basically a sport. Getting possession of the ball, knowing what to do with the ball, and just basically doing the best possible thing you can do with the ball in any situation. So maybe sometimes you have the ball, and the best thing to do is to just punt it forward a little bit to get it around somebody who's, say, like chasing, going for the ball. You just punt it around them and you score, right? That's what most players do in this game. They'll just go and they'll just hit the ball, and it goes in the goal. Going into free play and hitting the ball around a lot is a great way to get better at this game. You get used to the way the ball moves, how to hit it, where to hit it, and it also, there's this training regimen that I do and a lot of other people do, kind of just as a warm-up, really. You chase after the ball and hit it as hard as you can, as fast as you can. So boom, it's over there. I'm just going to chase after it, go, and hit it as hard as I can. You don't want to try to score with this. It's not really the goal. The goal is to get used to the way your car moves and the way the ball works. So hit it as hard as you can, chase after it as fast as you can. You just go for it. Even going for stuff you don't think you can go for and missing, that is good. You want to do that because that means you are pushing yourself and you are learning. Like I said, you're a baby in this game. Anything you do in this game is considered learning. And that's... When you're new to this game, you don't really... A lot of the stuff that gets the higher level things don't really concern you at all. Like, say, air rolling, which is basically when you... Basically, your car just so normally when you're holding the stick down, your car will spin around, it'll do a backflip or whatever. But if you hold air roll, you can spin it like this. You can do some spins. And you don't really, air roll right now doesn't really concern you. You're probably not going to use it that much. But if you want to start practicing air rolling and training, then you definitely can. There's also, relating to air rolling, there's also a thing called power sliding. So normally when you turn your car, it does this big dopey circle, right? But if you power slide, see how much faster that is? That is a big 180 turn. You want to be holding the gas the whole time, right trigger. You want to be holding right trigger the whole entire time you're power sliding, or hand braking, or whatever you want to call it. This lets you turn really fast. So instead of I'm going fast and, I missed the ball, instead of going all the way around like that, or braking and backing up, you do a power slide, the front of your car is facing the ball, and you are now turned, and you can now hit it with the front of your car. Instead of saying backing up very slowly and having little to no control over your car, or where the ball is going, because you're awkward and backward, and you just kind of maybe miss again, or you hit it really weird. That's not optimal. So you want to probably implement power sliding or hand braking in this game. If you want to know the controls for anything, you can always find it in this controls tab. You can view your bindings and change them. These are mine. I'm just going to scroll through them really quick. But these are... You can watch videos on... you can watch videos on proper controls and camera settings. And if you start changing your controls as soon as you play this game, it's going to be a lot easier to deal with that when you get into higher levels. Because higher level people, normally all of them have a bumper, so there's triggers, unless you're playing on KBM and you're weird like that. But if you are playing on KBM, I highly, highly recommend that you buy a controller. You go on eBay and you find a PDP stealth. I have a PDP stealth series. It's the best wired controller for $25 you can ever. That is the cheapest, best controller I've ever had to use, and I've ever used in my life. So go on to Amazon. There's this controller called PDP wired controllers, the stealth series. You don't have to pick that specific out, but I personally, best controller I've ever used. And it's a $25 wired controller. You don't need batteries or anything. And it's not a garbage plastic rinky-dink controller either. The grips are really nice. The triggers feel really nice. The buttons are clicky. Everything about this controller is nice. It's a really good controller. Hashtag not sponsored. But really recommend buying a controller to play this game. because it helps so much. This game was designed with the intent to be used by controllers, so it's obviously better if you play it with a controller. So, I'm not saying you can't play this game without a controller. You definitely can. It just becomes a lot easier when you do have a controller. All of the pro players, speaking of pro players, there is a sport, like an actual, like, you know, esports. You got this in the Epic Games launcher. You know what Fortnite World Cup is. It's called an esport, okay? Rocket League has its own esport series. It's actually going on right now, I think. And it's basically watching pros, literal pro level players. Like, you know how basketball has pro players, like there's a pro league. Well, the pro league in this is called RLCSX, right? That's where you see the best of the highest level possible gameplay there ever is to exist in this game, live, and you get to see the potential of this game. You get to see the highest level of play possible in this game. That if you watch that, that'll open up your eyes to see the potential of this game, and that's what the beauty of this, the beauty of this game is. The skill ceiling, the rewarding factor of putting hundreds of hours into this, and feeling rewarded when you get good. The more hours you put in, the better you get at this game. The better you get at this game, the more rewarded you feel. That's the beauty of this game. That's the beauty of any sport, really. Putting hours and hours and work and reps and training to get better and to feel rewarded and to be on top of everybody else. This game is just like any other IRL sport. You want to practice passing? You do the same way you probably do in soccer. You just maybe go through drills with a teammate. Like, maybe you have a friend who plays this game. Maybe you guys want to go through passing drills together. It's the same exact way in this game. You find a buddy online. You go into say you go into a private match with each other. Private matches in this game are just you go hit play. You go custom games, exhibition, and there's this little party thing down at the bottom right over here. You click this. You invite your friend through here. Bada bing, bada boom. He's in there. You click exhibition. You click create match. He's in there with you. You can do some passing drills and whatnot. You do the same thing in basketball too. You find your friend, you do some passing drills, and it increases your passing. And unlike in other sports video games, you just press a button and you do the fast on a dime 100% accurate pass. Most of the time 100% accurate. I know 2K has some really retarded animations, but let's not get into that now. This is Rocket League, not 2K. It's some really complex, deep stuff. Just like it's literally exactly just like a real sport. You want to practice passing, you have to do passing drills. You want to do shooting, well, you can do shooting drills in custom training. There is a thing called custom training. Go into training, click custom. There's gonna be featured here. These are all the featured ones. My bad. And what I recommend doing, I have some training packs. I'm actually just gonna give you guys now if it would load. I forgot that I'm playing on Epic Launcher and not Steam, so all my training packs that I have saved are gone. I'm not restarting this game right now because I just do not want to. But basically, I'll put the training packs. Don't worry, I'll get the code for you guys. Basically, what you do, you can go into training, custom, enter code. Click X. You can just copy and then you click this and it'll paste it. I don't have anything pasted on my clipboard, so it won't do anything, but you copy and paste that in there. You manually enter it in if you're on console, and you'll get a training pack, and you'll do that training pack, and that training pack is basically kind of just like a drill. It drills certain in-game situations to drill a certain aspect of your game, which is what we call mechanics. So arials in this game. These basically arials is going up in the air, like boosting in the air. This is called an arial, right? Those are called arials, and hitting the ball, that's called shooting. These are grouped into a thing called mechanics. Mechanics are basically your just ability to do things. So when people say they're working on mechanics, it means they're working on not one specific thing, but maybe a different thing. So that can mean when you say you're working on mechanics, and that could mean you're working on ceiling shots, which is going on the ceiling and then flicking into the ball, shooting it, whatever. It could mean you're just working on hitting the ball with power like that and hitting powerful shots on net. Or it could mean a bunch of different things. That's honestly probably what you want to practice early game, is practicing your mechanics, your ability to hit the ball, and your ability to just move around the field, like flip, boost, power slide, whatever. One tip I forgot to leave in for movement is when you're supersonic, you don't have to boost the whole time. You will retain your supersonic as long as you're just holding the gas button, which is right trigger. As long as you're holding forward, as long as you're driving forward, you will retain supersonic. You don't have to boost the whole time. It doesn't make you any faster. Also, don't feather boost, which is just constantly tap B. Tapping B is called feathering. So that's what you do when you're in the air. Some people will feather because it lets you control your car more. But when you do it on the ground, it just wastes boost. There's really no point in doing that. Now that I've gone through the basic stuff of this game, movement, boosting, hitting the ball, what to really do in this game. Maybe you've been training for a little while or whatever. I'm gonna introduce you to the other parts of this game. Car customization is pretty straightforward. There's a tab called Garage. You can customize your car. I have a bunch of different cars because this is my main account. I've been collecting for a little while. Plus, I bought the game when it wasn't free, so I have a bunch of legacy cars, which you can still get. It's just I think you have to trade for them or something. I don't know, but I have them here, and there's decals. There's paint finishes. You can change the texture of your car if you don't have an animated decal. I have an animated decal, so I cannot change the texture. There's different wheels. You can equip different wheels to different colors. So you can see in the bottom, left trigger equipped to blue, right trigger equipped to orange. Which basically means that when you're on the orange team, if I click right trigger, whenever I'm on the orange team, this will be on orange team, and whenever I'm on blue team, this is what my car will look like, and then when I'm on orange team, this is what my car will look like. Let me view it more. See, it switches the wheels. I'm actually gonna go put it back to normal. But you can do that with boost. You can do that with car decals. I don't think no, you cannot do that with cars. You can do that with decals. You can do that with paint finishes. You can do that with wheels, boosts, toppers, antennas, goal explosions, trails, basically anything in this game you can put to a certain team. There's also engine sounds. I don't really care. Nobody really cares about these. It's kind of just whatever. If you want to mess around with that, you can mess around with that. That's car customization. It's not really too complicated at all. You can add different presets. You can delete presets. You can name different ones. You can name different presets, have different names for each different one or whatever. But there's also, if you look in the bottom left corner, there's a player banner, which shows you what Battle Pass or Rocket Pass tier you are. And it will show you your club name. Clubs are basically they're basically just a group. So your friends can make a clan, and they'll invite you to that clan, and then when you play together in a lobby and you go up against another clan, a club. Sorry, my bad. They're called clubs. Once you go up against another club, your team colors. You can customize your team colors. Your team colors will show up. It's whatever. Not really too important. Avatar border. This is the border around your profile picture, which I don't have a profile picture right now because of my Epic account that I'm playing on. And the border I'm using right now is a ranked reward. So there are ranks in this game. You get ranks in this game by playing competitive. The better you are at this game, the higher rank you'll be. Pretty self-explanatory. And if you win 10 games in a certain rank, you get that reward. But say I immediately place into a rank such as like Diamond, okay? Say I immediately place into a rank as Diamond. I have to win 10 games in every other rank to get to Diamond rewards. Say I get placed in Diamond, I have to win 10 games and then I'll get bronze rewards, even though I'm in diamond. I have to get 10 more to get the silver, 10 more to get the gold, etc., etc. And then it caps out at the rank that you are. So say I win enough games to get diamond rewards, but I keep on winning at diamond. My rank rewards will say at diamond until I get the champ. Then I have to win 10 games in champ to get champ rewards, right? Pretty self-explanatory there. And at the end of each season, after you get your rewards will be put in your inventory. I think last season it was a decal. Last season it was wheels. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, here are the rewards for I have 2 sets of each wheel because I linked accounts and it duplicated the wheels. But this was the bronze reward, which is lowest rank, then silver, then gold, then platinum, then diamond. And here's my season 3 prospect wheels, which are very, very old. This is a very, very old season. And I think this is the lowest rank in the game at that time was prospect. So, yeah. Yeah, these ranked rewards, there was also decals, bronze, gold, platinum, silver, all that good stuff. And then this season it was a border and a banner. So right now I'm using migraine. I think there was Sorry, my inventory is really big. Your inventory will not be this big when you get the game. This is years and years of collecting items, whether that be through previous rocket passes, watching RLCS. Which, when you do watch RLCS and you sign in, it'll ask you. Twitch will give you a notification if you earn rewards. You sign in through there, and you get rewards such as this. You can choose your different player banner. This is the champion one: diamond, bronze, gold, silver, etc., etc. And that's ranked rewards and ranked in a nutshell. Ranked is ranked. Casual is casual. Sweat in this. Don't sweat in this. And speaking of sweating and stuff, there are, just like in any other sport, there is unspoken rules in this game. Okay, and one of the unspoken rules in Rocket League is when 2 cars bump into each other head to head and they kind of get stuck, quote unquote, they just keep on driving forward, and you guys will be interlinked with each other. You're not stuck or anything, but it's kind of common courtesy not to break that link that you're in. It's a sign of sportsmanship, really. I'll show a screenshot of it here, basically. But yeah, it's called rule number 1. Another rule in this game that not really too many people follow is keeping the ball up in the air. I don't really think that rule matters. I think that if you're winning, you should probably get the ball to the ground as fast as possible. It's whatever. That also goes into another mechanic of this game. The game doesn't end if the ball does not hit the ground. So say the clock is 0-0. There is 0 seconds on the clock, but the ball is in midair. The game ends when the ball touches the ground. So if you keep the ball up and you score, you can score a 0-second goal, which lets you either win or tie the game. It's basically the buzzer beater of this game. That's really all I kind of have to say. I mean, there isn't really much. There's tournaments, there's scheduled tournaments, and if you win those scheduled tournaments, you get these tournament credits, and you can redeem rewards or whatever. But these are actually some pretty good goal explorers, I'm not gonna lie. You spend credits, and it'll give you a random item. These are basically crates. If you don't know what crates are, they were basically loot boxes. You'd spend $1 on a key to open a crate, and the crate would grant an item ranging from rare to black market. Black market being the best, and black market I think had a 1% chance of being unlocked. There's also similar to crates in the Rocket Pass, this is basically the Battle Pass, just like there's Battle Pass in Fortnite. The more you level up, the more stuff you'll get. There's a free and a paid tier, but there's drops that you can get, and drops there's uncommon, then there's uncommon, and I think there's rare and very rare. I think those are the rarities. Yeah, there's very rare, and then there's just rare, which should be blue. I think these. The item shop is just like the item shop in Fortnite. These take 2 days to cycle through. These are the featured items. These are daily items, take just a day to go through, 24 hours. There's esports. There's starter pack, and then there's the Jaeger pack. This is the best, I think, deal I've seen. You get, if you guys probably don't know this, but titanium white is the best painted variant in the game. It's the most expensive, and it looks the coolest. So you're getting 3 titanium white plus an inverted titanium white wheel, which is really good. And then you also get 1,000 credits, which is basically equivalent to this game of $20. This back right here is this is also the best rare. This is the rarest rarity in the game, which is black market. You get a black market titanium white gold explosion. This gold explosion actually looks really cool, but this looks really. This is a really sick pack. I definitely recommend getting this. But yeah, that's pretty much how to Rocket League. Please let me know if I did miss anything. I might make a part 2 if I missed too much stuff. But please let me know in the comments. If you like this video, please remember to like, subscribe, comment, whatever. I'll see you guys in the next video. Have a good day. Our Gamer 96 signing out.